Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. So today I got a special video for you guys. I did one of these last year. As you can see in the back, I got my 2018 Michael Myers mask. I had two of those from Trick or Treat Studios, one of them that I had pre-ordered, one of them that I had picked up in a store, and I did a comparison for you guys, and you really seemed to like that. So I figured I would do a video for this new mask that I just got, which is the 2019 Pennywise Deluxe Edition mask, and this is from Trick or Treat Studios. As you can see right there on the left, I got it pulled up on the Trick or Treat Studios website. However, I will let you guys know that I did not get this directly from Trick or Treat Studios. I got this from Party City because, as you can see, we'll go over to the website. And on there, you can see that it says, please note that this is pre-order and the mask will ship in October. And I remember when I first saw this, it was it was August/September, then it was September, then September/October. So I'm sure there's probably a good amount of orders going in for these. So that's probably why it keeps getting pushback. But that's the one thing with Trick or Treat Studios is that sometimes with their pre-orders, seems like certain masks, especially like this, the Michael Myers, with such a high volume of orders that you get pushed back. So that's why in this case, sometimes, you look around, whether it be other websites or, find them in stores, and sometimes you can pick them up a little bit earlier. Actually, in this case, quite a bit earlier than you would if you had a pre-order, coming for October. So, like I said, I got this from Party City, and it was weird because I ended up ordering this. I was able to use a coupon and everything, so I got it for a pretty sweet deal. And the weird thing was that so I ordered this, and afterwards I went back on the site to check and see if it was still in stock, and I couldn't find it. And so I put in the SKU for the mask that I got directly from my order, and it said item cannot be found. So I'm assuming maybe it's sold out. I don't know if they're going to get it restocked, but yeah, last I checked, it was not available on the Party City website, but that is where I got it from. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and just do a little review on this guy real quick, show you guys some of the details of the mask, which at first, when I first opened it, I was a little disappointed, but actually after getting a chance to mess around with it and look at it a little bit more, it's definitely growing on me, and this is a pretty solid mask overall. So starting off with, we got the tag here, so you see it's the poster from It Chapter 1. Open it up as I fling it. As you open it up, you just got the care instructions and everything like that inside here. And if you go to the back, see it's sculpted by Mike O'Brien, Trick or Treat Studios, and then down here says the Deluxe Pennywise mask. Because again, this is the deluxe version. There is a standard version that you will be able to get, and the biggest difference, I believe, is just that this has the actual hair, where the standard edition is a pre-molded hair. And I definitely wanted the real hair, or what looks like hair, just because it gives it a more realistic look. The other one looks to me kind of cheap, but I think it's about a $20 difference if I'm right. I think the regular version is $59.99, and this is $79.99 if you get it on the Trick or Treat Studios website. So that was one of the big differences, and I'll give you guys just kind of a closer look at the hair on the mask. This is something, like I said, one of the details that really added to it for me. So I definitely wanted to pick up the Deluxe Edition mask, and I'll show you guys the back of it more in a second. Like I said, as you can see, some of the hair here too. I pretty much pulled this. It's been right out of the box, so I haven't had a chance to really mess around with the hair, but overall I really like how that looks. Now, something else that as we're right here, one of the other details that I really like about the mask, and I know my camera is deciding to not focus on that, but just all of the cracking and the different wrinkles and stuff in the mask. This is a really nice touch, and it shows up pretty nicely. You can notice it from, as we go out of focus again, you can notice it from pretty far back. So that's a nice little detail that they Mike did a good job when designing this mask. So that is a pretty solid detail. Goes all the way down the sides here. Oops. Here we go. So pretty much all around the sides, forehead, again on the sides over here. Something I did, however, just notice with my mask, you guys just pick that up, but it looks like there is a little piece of like residue, like glue or something that was left over on this mask. So definitely gonna try to see if I can get that off, because that will bug me. Any little things like small details like that will bug me sometimes. So definitely going to try and see if I can get that off. So hopefully you guys don't have that with your mask. That's a little annoying. And then I think there's also like a little piece like right here as well. So I'll see if I can get that off. Now, as far as front of the mask, so there was something that did bug me at first, and that was just the fact that the eyes are a little bit different from what it shows on the website. And I know that's something that Trick or Treat Studios has had issues with in the past. I know the Michael Myers mask, that was something that a lot of people, complained about. And if you look at the website here, you see that the eyes are very much red. Both of them red, orange, but, definitely like a red, orange. You go to the mask, and we'll try and get both sides. And that's definitely not red. I mean, there's, red kind of residue like on the outside of like the eye, and then around like the center right there. But for the most part, that is definitely like a green on both. Let me show you this side. Yeah, that pops a little bit better. And yeah, that's definitely a green. So that was something that really kind of bummed me when I first pulled it out, just because I did like the look of the red orange eyes, just made it a little bit more creepy. So that's something I'll give you a heads up. Like, I wonder if that's going to look like it with all the masks, just because as my Michael Myers mask looked, when I comparing those two, they looked a little bit different. So I wonder if maybe some of you guys will get them and the eyes will be a little bit more red. But that was something that I was a little bummed about. Also, this could be me just kind of nitpicking too, but if you look at the lips here, so you see that it's, pretty dark all around. And then, same thing with like the nose and the paint. If you go like up here, everything's pretty dark for the most part. Well, if you go to the website, again, look at that bottom lip area, and that could just be, I don't know, like I said, could just be me being really picky, but it's just a little bit lighter down in this area, and I thought that was a nice like touch as well. These are like, the lines all up here, these are pretty dark for the most part, but just like that area right there was a little bit lighter. And if you look, that is not the case. It's definitely pretty dark, all around. So again, just a small detail that I was a little bit bummed about, but maybe I can try and touch that up. I'm sure some of you guys, once you get these in, will probably, rehaul some of these like I've seen quite a few people do with the Trick or Treat Studio mask. All right, next here, on the sides, you have the side of the mask, and you will see, well, it's kind of hard for you guys to really tell, but the mask sticks out here, and that's just to, kind of give the effect of the hair poofing out. So that's a nice, little touch. So it does it here. Spin this mask around. Sticks out a little bit in the back here as well. It's kind of hard to see, but same thing on this side as well. It sticks out. So just to give that, that little poof effect that, Pennywise has with his hair. So that's a nice little touch. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the inside of the mask, what that kind of looks like as well. All right, guys, so this is the inside of the mask. So as you can see, it has that little like memory foam stuff that you use for beds. I'm misplacing the words right now, but so that is inside the mask to kind of give it a little bit of a cushion. I did try this on, and I will give you guys a heads up that it's definitely something that if you plan on wearing this for like Halloween or anything, I could see it getting pretty hot inside there fairly quickly for you guys, just because too, there's not really, it's kind of hard to see. There's not really an area for like the mouth to breathe. There is like two holes for the nose, and then you also have the little eye slits there, but not really anywhere for the mouth to breathe. So I put it on, and it was definitely got a little warm in there pretty quickly. The other thing that I'll let you guys know too is just that where the forehead, see my hand going down here, the forehead where it goes up pretty high, you might have to put something like, for example, for my head, I actually had to, just when I was trying this on, I put a shirt that I just stuffed on, put it on the top of my head just to kind of balance it out, because otherwise, when the mask was sitting on my head, the eyes, like I almost had to like tilt my head up just to be able to kind of look forward. And obviously that would be pretty uncomfortable if you're trying to wear this for Halloween. So I might have to try and figure out something to do with that, see if I can get a permanent fix for that. So that might be a heads up, but it is pretty roomy. So just as far as, it's not going to be tight, just the only things, like I said, just the top of the mask might need something to balance it if you do have maybe a smaller head. And then just, there is no mouth hole, a little bit, there's two little nose holes, and the eyes there, the eyes are pretty small too, so just a heads up, might be a little bit hard to see out of those. You could probably always cut those open a little bit wider if you wanted, but that's just what it looks like, fresh out of the package. So overall, guys, I am really happy with this mask. I actually want to give you guys a heads up too that last night I managed to go to one of my local spirit stores and was able to take a look at the standard edition mask. So heads up if you guys want to see the standard edition. It looks like it is hitting some spirit stores. I'm not sure about anywhere else. But so just a heads up on that. And, like I mentioned earlier in the video, that, the big difference I thought was the hair, but overall, just looking at the mask, and I don't know, maybe that just kind of plays into it, but I feel like just the overall face and sculpt looks a little bit better with the deluxe edition, which, would kind of make sense where you're paying a little bit more money for this. So, but just a heads up, standard edition is in stores. Not a big fan of that one though, especially with the pre-molded hair that the standard edition has. So, but yeah, you can go take a look at that. I'm not sure when this guy will start hitting stores as far as Party City and Spirit like that, but might not be too far down the road. But overall, really happy. Can't wait to use this. And keep an eye out, guys, because I am going to be, have one of my other masks is actually coming today, so I'll be doing a review for that soon. And then also just want to give you a heads up is that now that it's September 1st, I am going to be doing a bunch of, TV show specials, horror movies, things like that, all throughout, September on October. So really keep an eye out for that. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe so that way you get notifications for more of my videos that will be upcoming, as there is going to be a good amount of them in the next few months because Halloween is my favorite time of the year. And I'm thinking about probably doing some videos of, my yard and stuff once I have that all set up, and just like maybe building some of my props. So keep an eye out for that. And as always, guys, like I say, make sure to check back for more Pop Culture with Pat.